and just kind of clunk on the floor or hit something on the shelf. And I knew that wasn't the one for me. So this does not do that. Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Welcome back, returning friends. And if you're new here, my name is Abby. I share luxury handbag review videos, what's in my bag, accessories, and all that good stuff here on my channel. I really appreciate your support. So if you like this video, please consider liking and subscribing and hitting that notification bell down below, and you'll get notified every time I upload a new video. So today we are going to be talking about the wonderful, gorgeous, very practical Louis Vuitton Favorite MM. This bag has become not only a staple in so many collections, but is living up to its name. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into today's video. All right, friends, so like I said, today for you, I have the Louis Vuitton Favorite MM. This bag came in two different sizes. It came in the PM and the MM size. So this is the larger size that they have available, but with large, I mean, take it with a grain of salt. It still is a little bag, relatively speaking, or a medium-ish size. So I will leave the measurements for you below in the description, so you can check those out and get a better idea of those as well. So without further ado, let's go ahead and check out this bag. Like I said, this has become a staple of a favorite in so many collections. So I really, truly think this does live up to its name. This bag is a wonderful size crossbody bag. If you're looking for something that is that size you can take anywhere with you, you can take it to, your kids' soccer games, run errands, go shopping. This bag is absolutely perfect for those things. Some of the top qualities of this bag I absolutely love is this easy to open magnetic closure at the top. This allows you to be able to access everything inside simply, easy, and still feel like you have that privacy without it being too cumbersome whenever you're going somewhere. So I absolutely love that. The other thing about this bag that I really like is it has this additional little, kind of like a clutch shoulder chain that comes on the bag. You can move it to one side if you want to. It's kind of, I would say, permanently attached on that side on the D-ring. And on this other side, Louis Vuitton did put that clasp on there as well. So that is such a feminine, pretty little touch that I love to this piece. And it kind of hangs down if you want to when you carry it like that. So I think that's really, really pretty. The other thing on this bag is it does have a little bit of a pleated side right here, which that does actually change the measurements just a little bit. When I was measuring it, the top is a smidge smaller than the bottom. You can kind of tell, but you mainly tell more in the measurements. It's really not that much at the bottom, but it does come out a little bit, and it just adds a little bit more of that feminine touch that I absolutely love to this piece. So it's not just a plain Jane crossbody, it has a little bit more to it. So I like that little bit of it. The other little pizzazz they kind of added here was you not only have the stitching for this back compartment, but you also have these little gold like buttons that were where it attaches inside. But I just love the little pieces that they really paid attention to on the detail on this piece. So I really love that as well. One of the things I do want to talk about is the strap. So for myself, when I use the Favorite, I have used the leather strap a couple times, but I really found myself reaching for my monogram strap. So I had purchased from Louis Vuitton, they have a removable monogram strap that's adjustable, has a shoulder pad. I really, really loved using that with my Favorite. However, it does add a little bit more weight and a little bit more of a structure to fit because it is that canvas strap. So I really do like the lightweight of the, the vachetta strap. I do find that it is really nice. However, it's not adjustable. And I know some people do come and kind of have an issue with that, with the size. You don't know that it's going to fit you necessarily. I do find that generally it does. However, you just don't know for sure until you try it. So I'll try to get the measurements on the total length of the strap that comes with it as well for you, so you can see if the one you're getting is going to fit you. So I'll do from end to end for you. So you can test that out. I know sometimes I recommend, like if you don't know what size it is, a good thing to do is to cut a piece of yarn or string the same distance of the measurements of the strap. That way you can test it out to see kind of where it would fall on you. So that's always a good option to kind of test out on that. The next thing I wanted to show you is this the strap attaches kind of like through a little loop. So if you don't have the bag and you purchase the bag and the strap's not attached, you do know that you have to just loop it through, and it's not actually supposed to come with the little clasp as the other end does. So, all right, so on the side, we have this pleating that comes up on the bag. It sticks out just a little bit more when you do those measurements, but it adds such a cute little feminine touch here on both sides. We also have the straps, like I said, where the one is attached with a leather loop. It loops in here and it is removable. And then on this side, you also have that gold chain with the attachment for the strap where it clasps in. On the other side, though, we have the clasp for the leather strap as to where the gold chain is non-removable on this side. So you can switch out this strap if you wish to a different one. I personally really like to use like a monogram strap if I'm going to switch it out for a different option on the bag. But that gold chain we can also do, we can attach it or take it off and add it to this other side to kind of use like as a clutch. If you wanted to remove the leather strap and just use the Favorite as kind of like a little clutch bag, you could do that as well, and it makes a nice little arm carry option on there as well. Like I said, it does have the one attachment on there, so it does make it a little challenging if you were to try to use the strap on other pieces, because sometimes you don't have that option to transfer it over. So I would keep that in mind, but it does work for some bags, and I like to switch my straps between them. So, you know, to each their own. So let's go ahead and check out the inside of this piece. We got all of our bubble wrap. I like to keep them nice and full, not maxed out, but nice and full to kind of keep their structure. So if you are storing your bags, it's best to keep them in a well-ventilated area, low moisture, in a dust bag with those, bubble wrap. I think is really great because you don't want newspaper because of the ink or anything that could transfer or harm your bag. So that is a really great option for storing it. So the inside has this dark maroon type, I call it kind of like a deep plum lining. I really like that. It keeps it lightweight. It's got lots of room for all those things. It actually, since it's canvas, it has enough structure to it, but it still kind of has that flexibility that we like to see in some of these bags where we just want to be able to kind of move and do whatever we need to do as we're out running errands and whatnot. In the past, I've had some bags that were so clunky that I tried to use as crossbodies. I'd find myself at the grocery store, bending down to get something on the bottom shelf, and the bag would come around swinging and just kind of clunk on the floor or hit something on the shelf. And I knew that wasn't the one for me. So this does not do that. I feel like it really sits nicely on you, fits your body. Some of the things I do want to show you real quick is if you're getting one that would have a date code, then you have like your heat stamp. Let's see if we can see it. Wow, what do we call it? Our maiden right here. And we have this heat stamp back here as well. The date code on this bag, if you're going to have it, would be over on the side right here. And that's going to give you an idea of the things you're going to need if you get a third party to authenticate for you, or if you're purchasing pre-loved and you would like to have those things. But like I said, for authentication purposes, you're going to need those items. So without further ado, let's go ahead and check out a what's in my bag and see what fits in the Louis Vuitton Favorite MM. All right, friends, let's go ahead and check out what fits inside this Louis Vuitton Favorite MM. So first, to start off, like I said, it does have that magnetic closure, and I really, really love that. I found that with it being this full, it still functions really well. However, if you overstuff it, it can't quite reach the magnetic closure, so that is something to keep in mind. So first off, I wanted to show you how I fit everything in here. It fits really well, and I love that the canvas allows this flexibility here to where it can stretch out a little bit. I don't even want to use the word stretch really, but it just kind of molds with what you put in there. And when you go to close it, it just sits really, really nice. So it actually, this bag I found functions better and sits better when it's actually full. So this is what it looks like when it's actually full. It doesn't stress out the top as much because it allows it to fit nicely. So when it's full, essentially, not overstuffed, this is what it looks like. So it's filled out really, really nicely, and everything just seems to sit better with the bag because, like I said, it is that canvas. So essentially when you are filling it, you're really giving it that structure. It kind of needs to sit right. So that's how it looks when I have everything in it. So let's go ahead and check out what's inside. So inside my bag, like I said, I have those things in there to kind of keep it full. Right off the bat in the top, I have Kleenex. I just like to line things up in the bag. It makes them easier to get to, and it really sits better. So the Kleenex there on top, but then after that you can see, again, like everything is lined up. It just makes it so much easier and streamlined to get in there. This little back pocket, I've kind of been back and forth like on to use it or not, but I found that my gum actually fits in there really nice, which sounds kind of funny. But it just kind of keeps it out of the way and keeps it over there. And it actually fit so good in that pocket that I felt like I could actually use it instead of just kind of like tossing it in there somewhere. So I did really like that. I've had this bag before and didn't ever end up using the back pocket. So I just kind of used it for that. But anyway, Kleenex and gum, scrunchie over on the side. Right in the middle, that's where I keep my phone. I do have a larger size phone. It's like an XL, whatever it is, but it fits really nice in the middle and with plenty of space. I know a lot of people ask about like the sizes of phones and brands, but I did want to let you know that pretty much any phone, unless you're literally using like a tablet, would fit in this bag. So that fits really well. My Louis Vuitton key pouch and fob, but I do keep my fob on the outside since I have to use it in my vehicle, and that did fit really well in there too. So lots of good room. I still had a little bit of space with these things in, so that's also something to note. Next is this little card holder. I've used this like as a wallet and I absolutely love it. I thought it'd be too small for a wallet because, you know, essentially it's like a little card holder, but it works so good, especially for the smaller crossbodies, cash. I can carry receipts, cards, change, and it doesn't fall out. As you can tell, it has those little side bits. We might have to do a little bit of a video on this, but oh my goodness, so enjoy it. And the last thing I have in there is a pair of, what are these ones? The Louis Vuitton sunglasses in this little case, and they fit really well in there. So I do want to show you real quick, with all that stuff out, what happens to the bag. So this is why I encourage you guys to always keep your bags stuffed, not like overfull, but enough to keep the structure. So as you can tell, once you take those items out with this canvas, what happens is it kind of like starts to, you know, just deflate a little bit. We'll go with deflate because the canvas doesn't have structure on its own. It really needs your stuff in there, or stuffing. As you can tell, it just deflates. So you need something in there to kind of keep its shape over time if you're not going to be using it and it's in your closet, just to help support it and keep, you know, the canvas where it needs to be. So over time you don't end up with any kind of cracks or damage. So I like to keep bubble wrap in there. Or the air, like the giant air bubble packing things, and keep it in the dust bag in a well-ventilated area with low moisture. And that is the best way to keep it over time and keep its structure. So that is really awesome. So let's go ahead and I will put the stuff back in and you'll get to see how I pack my bag. Thank you so much for joining me today, friends. I was so excited to be able to share this bag with you. I know so many of you have asked about it and just wanted to see it up close and the actual size of the bag and the fit of the bag. So let me know in the comments below if you're looking to buy a favorite MM. Do you have one? Do you prefer the PM? Let me know. I love hearing from you all, and thank you so much for your support. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.